Hello Dominica, I'm Vanessa Bruno. Welcome to the Kairi TV News. Here now are the headlines. Sandrine Elise of Kings Hill is the first The Queen pageant contestant to receive full sponsorship. A warning to the public to stop the sale and export of wildlife. And the Ray Astor Foundation donates science equipment to the St. Mary's Primary. Stay tuned for details of these stories and more after the break.
Are you looking for that perfect setup for your conference, seminar, or company function? Or maybe you need a low-budget setup for your party, dinner, or private gathering? How about that professional production for your grand concert, festival, or outdoor event? Kairi Sounds is here to provide you with everything you need. PA system, stage, lighting, microphones, tents, LED digital screens, generators, projectors, crowd barriers, and more. We also offer free event consultation to ensure the success of your special event. Call us today at 612-4050. Kairi Sounds, your partner in sound, stage, and lighting services.
Welcome back. Leading the news. The National Bank of Dominica has given full sponsorship to one of the contestants for the Miss Dominica 2023 pageant. Here is Linda Martin with the details.
Dominica's indigenous bank, the NBD, is throwing its full support behind Carnival Queen contestant 22-year-old Sandrine Elise of Kings Hill. Executive Manager of Marketing at the NBD, Susan Joseph Piper, says the bank chose to sponsor Miss Elise in this competition due to her comportment as an employee and is confident she will represent the bank and its brand well.
We chose her not only because she's an employee of NBD, but because of the qualities we have observed within her during her time that she has worked with us. She's a very talented young lady who has shown dedication and strength. We know that when she decides to do something, she will give it her all because she's driven to succeed. We at NBD have every confidence that Sandrine can be successful at this year's Miss Dominica pageant. We believe in you.
Miss Dominica 2020, Savan James, was also sponsored by the NBD and Greens Wholesale. Mrs. Piper commended all 5 contestants for their participation in this year's pageant and is confident the show will be one to remember.
It is not always easy to put yourself forward on a public platform to be judged, no less. It takes real strength, and we applaud her and the other participants in the pageant for putting yourselves forward. You have done so because you see the tremendous benefits of supporting our culture, being advocates using your platforms, as well as the benefits to you personally. And through this partnership with Sandrine and the Discover Dominica Authority through the Dominica Festivals Committee, we hope to make the staging of the 2023 Miss Dominica pageant the best ever.
Sandrine Elise, who expressed gratitude to the NBD for its sponsorship, will appear as contestant number 5 and promote the platform Protecting the Innocent to encourage gender equity.
I chose this platform because I've realized that oftentimes we live in a world where we have a lot of broken adults. So I believe it stems a lot of times from younger age and from the youth and children. So I have chosen this platform to speak on the part that we need to protect our children, make sure that they are happy, they live in a happy childhood, a protected childhood, so that when they grow, they can be more productive and mature adults living in a world where both the genders can live in harmony.
The Miss Dominica 2023 pageant will be held on Thursday, February 16th at Carnival City. Linda Martin for Kairi TV News.
In other top stories, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt is advocating for Dominicans to utilize the primary healthcare system. Prime Minister Skerritt says primary healthcare nurses have been trained specifically in primary healthcare. However, many Dominicans choose private healthcare for their primary health needs.
While there's a significant amount of money is at the primary healthcare system, people bypass it. You have a little problem, you pain, you go on to a private doctor. Whereas a nurse could have attended to you and address your issue.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So we ourselves as citizens have to understand that the primary healthcare system should be our first
priority.
Contact. You see what I'm saying? There should be no reason why a young lady in a village who is pregnant should not go to the health center to do a regular checkup, because there is nothing really a consultant doctor can do for you in your pregnancy, except if you have some complications or something.
Mr. Skerritt says, as a result, many of these nurses are sent to work in the hospital, which is an underutilization of their skills.
Because people are not using the health centers enough, then these nurses are sent to the hospital, because you need more nurses at the hospital. And so we train nurses just for the health centers, for the districts, but they're never utilized. So, for example, we trained nurses to deal with mental health patients in the communities.
Yes.
But they were never really utilized for a very long time, because they took them and brought them to the hospital.
Yes.
The hospitals. So we really have to, ourselves as citizens, to help ourselves, we have to make greater use of the primary healthcare facilities, because the nurses are pretty well trained.
In more news, the Ray Astor Foundation continues to honor the memory of the late Raymond Astaphan through a generous donation, this time to the St. Mary's Primary School. On Monday, the foundation will hand over science material and laboratory equipment to the school as the foundation focuses on the subject of science in schools previously attended by Raymond. As part of its mission, the Ray Astor Foundation offers support through care, rehabilitation services, training, and education for persons in the community affected by stroke by delivering hope through compassion, transparency, and generosity.
On Monday, January 9th, the Ray Astor Foundation will present science materials and laboratory experiments to the St. Mary's Primary School in memory of the late Raymond Astaphan. The science lab will also be dedicated to his memory. Raymond was a young, promising medical student with a degree in neuroscience and psychology, pursuing a dream to become a neurologist. He prematurely passed in a vehicular accident in 2015. The Ray Astor Foundation focuses on the subject of science in schools previously attended by Raymond and will provide support through care, rehabilitation services, training, and education for persons in the community affected by stroke by providing hope through compassion, transparency, and generosity. The donations will enhance the laboratory and learning experience of the students at the St. Mary's Primary School.
This is the Kairi TV News. Stay tuned for more after this break.
Are you looking for that perfect setup for your conference, seminar, or company function? Or maybe you need a low-budget setup for your party, dinner, or private gathering? How about that professional production for your grand concert, festival, or outdoor event? Kairi Sounds is here to provide you with everything you need: PA system, stage, lighting, microphones, tents, LED digital screens, generators, projectors, crowd barriers, and more. We also offer free event consultation to ensure the success of your special event. Call us today at 612-4050. Kairi Sounds, your partner in sound, stage, and lighting services.
Welcome back. A warning has been issued to Dominicans to desist from the sale and export of wildlife. The country's hunting season came to an end on November 30th. However, individuals with their proper permits were able to sell and export wildlife up to December 31st, 2022. The Forestry, Wildlife and Parks Division of the Ministry of Environment is reminding the general public that it is an offense under the Forestry and Wildlife Act for persons to engage in any form of hunting or fishing during the closed season. As such, perpetrators are liable to a fine of 2,500 EC dollars per offense. Also, the sale and possible limited export of wildlife or parts thereof is prohibited as of December 31st, 2022. Exportation permission will not be granted to persons until the next hunting season is officially reopened in October 2023. Therefore, Persons found selling and exporting wildlife, including parts thereof, shall be prosecuted by law and face a fine of 5,000 EC dollars per offense. And the second edition of Progressism, a networking event for professionals, gets underway this weekend. Nathaniel Durand has that story.
Founder of the Progressive Mind, Lizra Fabian, looks forward to the second edition of Progressism, the ultimate New Year event for professionals. This event brings together forward thinkers for an empowering, inspiring, and engaging networking event. Fabian says Progressism 2023 builds on the first edition hosted in January 2022, where professionals across Dominica engaged in a collective experience where connections were formed and attendees empowered for greater success. She says this further builds on the Progressive Mind Planner designed in Dominica and launched in 2021, which has supported the progress of users as they intentionally plan their goals, tasks, and projects.
This year at Progressism, we have curated additional items to the agenda to enhance the experience of our attendees. We look forward to the panel of distinguished professionals where Anika Bellot, Brendan Williams, Tamara Lowe, and Peter Ricketts will share best practices that our attendees could use to pivot in their journey to greater success. Other event contributors are Kevin Francis, the host, Shadrach Burton, the master artist, and Kevon Francis, the game strategist. We are delighted that we've also been joined by 8 brands and local businesses to bring increased value at Progressism. We express our gratitude to 365 Group Inc., Creativity in Motion, Catch Me, Naturescape, Outsource Development, Perfect Bloom, Robertson the Brand, and Travel with Clem. Our journey in life is filled with challenges, and our mindset is essential in determining how we pivot from these challenges to greater success.
Fabian says Progressism looks forward to cultivating an environment for professionals to pivot from these challenges with positive and engaging networking and empowering content. This event will be hosted on Sunday, January 8th, 2023 from 4 p.m. at the Cabritz Resort and Spa, Kempinski, Dominica. Nathaniel Durand, Kairi TV News.
This is the Kairi TV News. Stay tuned for a recap of the headlines right after this.
Are you looking for that perfect setup for your conference, seminar, or company function? Or maybe you need a low-budget setup for your party, dinner, or private gathering? How about that professional production for your grand concert, festival, or outdoor event? Kairi Sounds is here to provide you with everything you need: PA system, stage, lighting, microphones, tents, LED digital screens, generators, projectors, crowd barriers, and more. We also offer free event consultation to ensure the success of your special event. Call us today at 612-4050. Kairi Sounds, your partner in sound, stage, and lighting services.
To end the news, the headlines once again. Sandrine Elise of Kings Hill is the first The Queen pageant contestant to receive full sponsorship. A warning to the public to stop the sale and export of wildlife. And the Ray Astor Foundation donates the science equipment to the St. Mary's Primary School. Tune in to 107.9, 93.1, 91.1, and 88.7 FM Monday to Friday for our radio newscasts at 6:30 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5:30 p.m. Go to Kairi TV on Flow Channel 953 to watch our TV newscasts Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. with repeats at 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/KairiFM. Check us out on Instagram at KairiFM and follow us on Twitter at KairiFM Dominica. Visit and subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch up on any newscasts you may have missed. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Vanessa Bruno. Have a great weekend.